Sometimes you have a car that's not the best car in the world and it breaks down and leaves you stranded somewhere.
Stranded at the drive-in.
I was stranded in New Orleans, Louisiana one time, had to take a Greyhound home. As far as I know, that car is still in that parking garage. Noah's now 20. So, yeah, he might have been there 20 years.
Branded a fool.
You stood there like you were holding a guitar waiting to do that, didn't you?
I got stranded. I can't remember anywhere too bad. I mean, Ridgeway wasn't too bad. I got family around I can call.
Right.
So I've been, yeah.
I was almost stranded one time for like 2 hours. What should have been a 20-minute drive took 2 hours, and I was almost stranded. I think the water pump had gone out in the car. I forget now. It's been so long. I was a teenager. Something went out, and the car was overheating. So I would drive until the car got to a certain temperature on the temperature gauge, and then I would stop, go to somebody's house with this milk gallon that I had, not even ask them, just go to their outdoor spigot and fill it up and run back to the car and pour it on the engine. And then when the engine got to a certain coolness on the temperature gauge, I would drive another 30 seconds until it got hot again and ended up driving the whole car home and did not destroy the engine of that car. My brother, who's a mechanic, was able to fix it and get me back on the road the next day.
Remember when you could do that? You could go to somebody's house and just use their hose and nobody would think anything about it.
You didn't even have to ask. But now if you're in somebody's yard, anyway. But yeah, I was almost stranded, but.
Oh, I love it. Because you didn't want to leave it because you could have walked quit faster.
It seemed like an awful long way to walk. I mean, you think how long a 20-minute drive actually is.
No, I'm with you, but if you're walking to how many different houses to their spigots, I bet you walked.
I probably put in just as many steps. 901-535-9898. Good morning.
Oh, I got a couple of them. One is Ocala, Florida, and the other is Chattanooga, Tennessee. You know, Florida is where everything happens, so we'll roll with that one.
All right.
So I'm going to Disney World. It seemed like a really great idea. My wife really wanted to go to Disney World.
Right.
Thank God no kids were involved. So we're hauling butt. Everything's going great. All of a sudden, engine cuts off on the interstate. And, well, we found out that it was Ocala, Florida. So we wind up getting picked up by Jay and Silent Bob. And it kind of looked like the Scooby Mobile. And we just get brought into town and call a tow truck. About $800 later, thank God it wasn't horrible. But yeah, timing belt broke.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Wow. So you had
a couple of things up.
So how long then did this take before you were back on the road to Disney?
About 4 days.
Did you ever make it to Disney?
We did for approximately a day and a half.
Oh, a day and a half. We were supposed to be there for 6 days.
Mama says we're going.
Yeah, we're going no matter what. I don't care if it is just a day and a half. I've been through hell to do this. I'm doing it for at least a day.
Yeah, I was gonna expect him to say, "Yeah, we didn't make it," but I got you got all Disney's expensive. Disney's so expensive.
You're telling me that it's not selling Disney?
Yeah, you could think about it. A new car could be bought just for the expenses of your Disney vacation. Now you got to buy a car and
Disney. Yeah, God. Poor guy. I didn't even think of that. Roach texted in and said he had a 77 Malibu that he needed to get across Fraser to Raleigh, and it only drove in reverse. So I drove it through Fraser, down James Road, and into Raleigh in reverse.
Oh, my God. This is great.
The 2 times I saw the police, I ducked into gas stations until they passed, and I never got a ticket.
Oh my God. Please read that first sentence one more time.
I had a 77 Malibu that I needed to get across Fraser to Raleigh, and it only drove in reverse. I would love to see a car
I
going down the road in
know.
reverse.
I know. Congratulations, you did it.
All right. I believe he won this segment, didn't he? All right. So Danny had the problem with Macy and her socks yesterday. She may have solved the problem. We'll find out next.
Yeah, you're right.
yesterday, Danny, you got some advice on your 6-year-old and her socks.
Oh, kitty. Yes, I did.
They wanted to, you were going to try putting them on inside out. Did you?
Nope.
Okay, you didn't try it? It's a short segment then.
I'll be honest with you, I kind of forgot. I was so heated up. My kid, we were running late. Do I go through the whole story? She got lost and all that stuff?
Sure.
Okay, here we go.
Why not?
So we cut down a bunch of trees. The carpenter cut down a bunch of trees. Let me get that right.
You didn't cut down a single one.
I did not, but I drug a bunch to the trailer and to the curb.
Because you're a good helper.
I'm a good helper. And when one of the branches came down, it took off a fence.
Fence board?
There you go. Fence board.
Okay.
So it's a big enough hole for the dog, the puppy, and the kids to go through.
Right.
And this woman lives behind us, and she had a dog. It just passed away. So she loved it. She's like, that dog don't ever put that board back up.
Let's just have a gate so I want to share your dog.
Exactly what I said. Well, why don't we do a gate? So the dog and now my kids have become friends with this lady. She's real nice. She loves having them over to talk to them for the last few days. So yesterday I had to get some stuff done and knew we had softball, and the 6-year-old said, "Can I go see the neighbor?" I said, "Ask your father." Okay. So then I'm doing something with the 8-year-old, and I said, "Why don't you go join your sister?" Been about 10 minutes. She comes back about 5 minutes later. She's like, "Mom, I can't find her. I can't find Macy anywhere." What? She's like, I think I heard some crying and some screaming too. And I was like, and just casually walk in here. Like, I go, "Did you tell your father?" "No." So I'm, "Macy! Hey, Carl, have you seen Macy?" "What?" The whole thing, panic starts, right?
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
Then I can hear the crying. I cannot tell where it's coming
from. Oh, no, that's the worst.
So we're going to the neighbor's house. I'm looking over the fence. She's not there. And then I see this other random dog in the street behind my house. So, you got your backyard, you got your fence, then you got their backyard.
So you're talking about the dog's on the opposite street.
Correct.
Okay.
So, yeah. All right. Well, there's a strawberry garden, apparently, this woman has, and it's right next to the house when you come out of the back gate to her front yard by the driveway. Does that make sense? Am I describing that okay? All right. Well, I finally see this other dog out in the middle of the street and people slowing down. I was like, she's out there. So I run. Well, first I'm like, I got to go. And I'm starting to go through the fence board. And my daughter's like, "Mom, you can't fit through that." I go, "Moms can do anything. I will be bruised from head to toe tomorrow, but I'm squeezing through this thing." It was so easy to get through that board to go find her. And I get that gate open and I'm screaming her name. Here she comes crying. Well, it'd been 15 minutes. What happened was she wanted to go look at the strawberries. The woman wasn't home. She opened up the gate to the other side.
The gate close behind her.
The dog ran out the gate. She goes and chases him and then turns around and goes, "Where the hell am I?" She's never seen the front of this house.
Right. She's on the street. She had no idea.
Oh, for 15 minutes. Could you imagine the terror?
She thought she was going to be stranded forever.
So of course you get that "I'm so mad I love you" feeling.
Yeah.
I hate that one.
I know.
It's like, I'm so glad you're safe, but I'm about to kill you.
Right.
Like, why did you go through the gate? Go through that whole thing. Give me a hug. She's crying. She don't want to talk to anybody. She's embarrassed. She's also scared. I could not. You know how hard it was to get through that hole on the way back when you're in panic mode and your adrenaline's going.
It's crazy easy.
Yeah, I slipped right through. I was like, "Oh my God, I can't get back. I'm stuck." Then I'm yelling for my husband to come get me unstuck. He's like, "How did you get through it?" I was like, "I was with mommy adrenaline on the way in. On the way out, I'm good."
Like a cat. I just fit through anything with the adrenaline going.
So then let's get to the socks, right?
Needless to say, you forgot about the socks.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
Let's do it.
Mornings on the Max with your Morning Wood.
Which Morning Wood headline is the actual headline for today? Would the newest TikTok trend be eating live bees?
Would a sex robot walk the catwalk at a fashion show for the first time ever?
Or would a Russian woman allegedly kill her husband with her butt?
901-535-9898. If you get the right headlines, you win tickets to that concert.
Yes. Summerland tour at the Lander Center.
Which Morning Wood headline is the real headline today? Would the newest TikTok trend be eating live bees?
Would a sex robot walk the catwalk at a fashion show for the first time ever?
Or would a Russian woman allegedly kill her husband with her butt? 901-535-9898. Hi, who's this?
Hey, is it the Russian butt killer?
Yes, it is. The Russian butt killer.
Awesome. I just wanted to say that.
Congratulations, Aaron. You got Morning Wood on a Russian butt killer.
And tickets to the Summerland tour. That show is coming up July 22nd with Everclear, Living Color, Hoobastank, and Wheatus.
Awesome.
The Russian butt killer.
From now on.
That's hard to beat right there. That's pretty much what happened. A woman in Russia has been convicted of killing her husband by sitting on his neck while he was face down on the bed, resulting in his death by asphyxia.
I thought you were going to say she farted under the covers and gave him a Dutch oven. Much better. Way to go.
Oh, see. According to reports, she's 224 pounds. Tatiana, she's been named in the Russian press. She had been drinking heavily when she sat on him, saying she merely wanted to calm her hubby down because he'd been drinking as well. It gets worse, though. Their daughter was there at the time and saw her father pinned with his face on the bed, ran to get help from neighbors. One female neighbor came, but apparently decided the couple was having a domestic dispute and left. I'd say so. Tatiana was convicted of causing death by negligence after a murder charge was dropped, and she is begging for forgiveness. So don't sit on your husband while he's face down.
I don't weigh 224. I think I'll be all right.
Yeah, you should be fine. The carpenter's safe.
224 on the back.
That's about what I weigh.
I think we just told a bunch of people how to kill their spouse and get away with it.
I don't know, sitting on the back of his head, officer. I don't know.
Yeah, right? I mean, we live in the Mid-South. Plenty of people live weigh 224, women.
We're kinky like that. I didn't know it was going to kill him.
I tried last night. What? Well, he just kept wanting to, you know. He's supposed to be face down, you dumbass. Face down.
My 7-year-old granddaughter thinks all the time is naked time.
Guess what? It's naked time.
Coming up next, how we tell kids to be modest and when it is naked time.
You ever had a problem with kids taking their clothes off and not? You ever had a problem with kids wearing clothes?
They wear too many.
Nikki time!
I mean, I get the naked time. We did it with Avery. After you take a bath, you're a little kid. You're like 1. You want to run around naked. I get that. And you let them do it when they maybe get a little older if there's nobody around. Okay. But my granddaughter Sophie is 7, and they, let her have the naked time. Well, her mom Charlotte had her mom and sister and her sister's kids over a couple weeks ago, and Sophie just comes out in her birthday suit, like all is well with the world. Connor, her Charlotte's nephew, is about 12. He was mortified. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, she's naked. Oh, she's naked, covering his eyes, screaming, freaking out. And Charlotte turns Sophie around, takes her back down the hallway to her room, and she's like, "You got to wear clothes. There are people here." So, where is the line between letting a kid run around in the birthday suit or letting them go without pants if they want? Because it's fine. They're a child.
You mean alone at home, or do you mean in front of people?
See, well, if you do it alone, I guess so much, then it's hard for the kid if the kid don't know somebody's there. You know what I mean? I don't know.
What she did was, I think, total innocent.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But I don't think it should be allowed. And it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, I'm not going to. When nobody's around, they let her run around like that sometimes because she wants to.
But yeah, no, if somebody's around, like I can't handle when people have like 1 or 2 year olds at birthday parties and they're changing a diaper and then they get up and start running around. I'm like,
put a diaper on that kid.
Yeah, man. Because then I've got a 6-year-old that's looking at the little boy going, "What is that?" I'm like, yeah, I'm not there yet. Could you
I'm not there yet.
Cover him up?
Not ready to have that conversation at the birthday party.
So what is your question here?
Is how do you teach them, to know the difference when it's okay and when it's not okay on their own?
You take that open hand to the bare butt. That'll teach them.
Physical violence doesn't solve anything.
You don't have to leave a mark. You don't want to get caught.
Yeah, right. Hit them and don't get caught.
A little spank on the butt ain't gonna hurt nobody.
When I was a little kid, though, I mean, I remember my parents talking about it. You couldn't keep clothes on me. They'd get me dressed, and before they left the room good, I was taking clothes off.
The only thing I can remember was with the swimming with the boys, because there was like 12 boys in my neighborhood, and I was the only girl, so I would fight with my mom just to wear shorts.
Oh, because all the boys had no shirt on, and she wasn't having that.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, "Mom, just let me wear shorts and no shirt." I can remember her just giving up on it. She's like, "Oh, yeah, wait till you're 16." Now I still wear shorts and like a sweater.
It's a turtleneck. 901-535-9898. If your kids like to run around naked and it's caused a problem, we would like to hear about it.
In the middle of the street, we're going streaking.
I know, right? Kids in naked time. When is it appropriate? When is it not appropriate?
Yeah, I don't know. My 8-year-old, when I went downstairs a few weeks ago when I was still working at home, and they were both just naked in the kitchen, not getting dressed for school, and it kind of weirded me out.
Just buck naked, just sitting in the kitchen,
I mean, no, they
having breakfast in their panties.
No, yeah, they had nothing on, and they're in the kitchen arguing about what they're going to wear. So, I mean, there was like a mission to it, but I'm just looking at the 8-year-old going, when are you going to realize that you don't need to be taking baths with your little sister anymore?
You're not 6.
Yeah, you're not 6. We started showers at 6.
Okay.
And then she realized that, well, if I do showers, then she's spending more time with the baby.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, yeah, it's like pooping in the backyard. It's control.
Oh,
Control.
You are so screwed.
That's what the pediatrician and the shrink said.
That you're screwed?
Yeah. They said, we don't need to take your money anymore. You're screwed.
Right. You're going to need this money for bail.
When a 4-year-old knows how to control you, yes.
901-535-9898. Good morning.
Hey, yeah, I was going to tell you, my oldest used to do that, like literally strip naked when we got home from wherever we were at.
Right.
And I had to finally tell him, you can do that, but you have to at least leave your underwear on. Leave those on, and we're good.
That's a pretty good idea.
He didn't care who was there. I mean, it didn't dawn on him that, oh, Gran and Grandpa are here, or, Mommy's friend came over, and he just come out of his room, and he just, and I'm like, you can't do that. Just wear your underwear.
Well, the thing I think that we might be forgetting here is that it makes other people uncomfortable.
Correct. It's not even, yes, correct.
It's not really about you being naked. It's about other people being uncomfortable.
Right. And some people just don't consider other people's feelings. Those are the parents that suck.
And that's what you got to teach your kid is you're making other people uncomfortable.
Right. But they don't know that being naked is uncomfortable. I mean, my kids are going to be really uncomfortable when they realize that their front part's not called front butt. Because it's front butt and back butt in our house. I mean, I can see them now. They're gonna get their ass kicked at school. I got 2 butts. What? I got a front butt and back butt, don't you? No. Now my kids do make fun of some of my underwear.
You're an oversharer. But now it's too late. You got to tell us now.
They started making, I guess when boy shorts kind of came around, they made underoos that don't open in the front, but they look like they do. That say like Superman. They're girl underwear, but they look like boys.
Right.
And I've got like Superman and Wonder Woman, Batman, and my kids are like, "What is wrong with you, mother?" And I was like, "I always wanted underoos as a kid,
right?"
And they didn't make them for girls.
So now that they do, you're on board.
And I just run around in my panties with my kids all day.
901-535-9898 from the Rick's Powder Cutting text line. My oldest didn't want to go to school one day. After finally getting him there, from what was told to me, he popped up, yelled, "The devil is real," and streaked through the hallway and out the door.
What?
He yelled, "The devil is real."
I guess it's better than Golden God.
And ran naked down the hallway.
I like to be in that little kid's head. Red rum.
Red rum.
Red rum. It was that day.
If you can have a beer with anybody alive, who would it be?
Dave Grohl.
Wow, that was fast.
Yep.
You're hoping one beer turns into a. Never mind.
85. A lifetime of friendship forever.
So in 1998, a 22-year-old guy named David was working as a production assistant on Adam Sandler's movie Big Daddy. He invited David back to his apartment for a beer, but David declined because he was still on the clock. Stupid. They're not going to fire you for having a beer with the star.
Yeah. Why would you ever? I'd go back after the beer and finish.
He's regretted it ever since, and he thinks it might have changed his life. This was my opportunity to get into the inner circle of a comedy legend, and Adam helps out people he likes and always works with his friends. David never stopped obsessing about it, and in 2006, he started making a movie called Finding Sandler, where he documents his attempt to finally have that drink with Adam and jumpstart his film career. He claims that Adam's team has been ducking him for years, and Adam's manager even called him in 2007 and suggested he give it up. But Adam's rep says that never happened. All right, the guy's devoted his life to having a beer with Adam Sandler.
Well, you may have missed an opportunity, but I can't say, that you would have gotten that opportunity. I met up with Bill Maher and had a drink. I'm not on HBO. I met up with Jimmy Fallon and had a drink, and I'm sitting across from Country Corey in Memphis. Okay. So
life is full of disappointment.
It is. What I'm saying though is just because and look, the guy could be talented, and I'm not saying because I had no future with him that he couldn't, but put it in perspective. He has a lot of friends. Just because he invited you over to the house, who says you would have gotten any time?
Right. I mean, there probably would have been 10,000 people there, and you'd have been the story would have been, I got to hang out at Adam Sandler's house while he was somewhere else in the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So just missing opportunities, or I'm just really bad at getting jobs.
Well, I don't think you're really bad at getting jobs. You've had one job for 15 years.
Exactly. Because I can't get a new one.
Well, at least you don't quit the one you got before you find a new one then. See, I was going to say James Hetfield from Metallica that I wanted to have a beer with.
Oh,
then I realized he's in recovery.
Oh, that you could have an O'Doul.
So, it'd be one of those Budweiser Zeros.
Matthew Perry would be a fun one to have a beer with.
I bet he can't have just one.
Mm-mm.
Did you hear that?
Yes, I was very sad.
It made me sad for him. Here, we have it handy? I bet I do.
So if you don't, I'm sure everybody's up on the Friends reunion that's going to happen.
I mean,
it's been all about, they just stop the hype, first of all. Like,
right. I mean, Justin Bieber's in it, for crying out loud.
Yeah, you've really kind of ruined it. So they do an interview last night on YouTube or whatever, and Matthew Perry is obviously having a little trouble.
Here is 30 seconds from that interview where they took out just Matthew Perry.
While being a really close-knit group, we don't see each other, all six of us, a lot. I stole the cookie jar that had the clock on it, and I gave it to Lisa Kudrow because she, at one point, looked at it and thought it was a real clock.
Like
Funny.
Siblings, I would say.
Yeah.
Really,
like siblings.
very supportive. There's
Very sexual.
Yeah. Yeah. At the core.
Yeah, at its core.
Wow. Okay.
So I would not have a beer with Matthew Perry, but I would Dave Grohl. You got to pick a different one if James can't have it.
I wouldn't want to have a beer with Matthew Perry either, because I feel like I'm contributing to a problem. You know what I mean? So I got everybody I'm trying to have a beer with is an alcoholic already. So I'm just
well, you're well on your way.
I'm just gonna have sweet tea, what I call brown drink. All right. Senseless survey coming up in about 10 minutes. I'll call a number at random, and whoever answers, I'll try to keep them on through 10 ridiculous survey questions. Just gonna pick up the phone and call a number at random and hope whoever I get. I'm gonna try to keep them on the phone through 10 questions.
And I'm going to guess that you get to 4 today.
Going for 4.
Mhm.
All right, here we go.
Hello.
Hello, sir. I'm with the American Census Department. Wonder if I could have 30 seconds of your time for a consumer survey.
Yeah, 6 seconds. Go.
Do you eat at least 5 fruits or vegetables each day?
No.
How many energy-saving light bulbs would you say you have in your home?
1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. Maybe 15.
15. Is anyone in your family heterosexual?
Is that the what?
Is anyone in your family heterosexual?
Yes, we all are. My son's only 2.5, but so 3.
Well, can you speculate on him?
It's a little early to tell, I guess.
Do you think cake pops are proof that God loves us?
Yeah, sure.
Do you think when Mississippi was in high school, it was voted most likely to secede?
Are you kidding me? Goodbye.
Oh, 4 it is. That's awesome. That one's my favorite.
Did you just win the senseless survey?
I won
Nicely done.
because that guy sure didn't.
I hate meetings. I hate meetings. Oh, they go on forever. Nothing gets done. But there are some meetings I would have loved to have been in after the fact. I realized I would have loved to have been in that meeting. And the meeting where the Gillette company came up with this, I would have loved to have been in.
Hi, I'm a pubic hair. Yeah, I'm just a pube, and it's not fair. All I ever wished to be was just another hair. But when they got one look at me, the ruling from society was you, not you. Oh, what's a girl to do? It seems like all the ads are showing perfect skin and shiny hair. But what about this other world inside your underwear? It's okay to say I mean. You really can see pubic. No need to be ashamed. It's even kind of therapeutic. Why the mass hysteria about the pubic area? There's nothing diabolical about this little follicle. So take care of your pubic hair. If you shave or you shave or you're bare down there, whichever way's your way, it's all okay.
Yes.
I feel like I'm at the Orpheum watching Wicked.
That's what I was going to say. They had to write that. People had to sit around a table or a Zoom call or something and come up with a Broadway style television commercial about a razor. And that's where they went. That's where they went. Right?
So you're watching Judge Judy with your grandma, and that comes on. How have we gotten here?
I love the very beginning.
Hi, I'm a pubic hair.
I would die if that came on. And it's going to, apparently, right? This is the commercial.
That's the commercial. You're gonna be watching, I don't know, some show on Nickelodeon with your girls and.
Hi, I'm a pubic hair. Yeah.
I don't know.
So basically, what Gillette wants you to do is shave
your pubes.
Yeah, they want you to shave everything and buy razors. That's really what it's all about. I think that is absolutely hysterical.
I love the meetings. It's like it reminds me of the same like record, like when a new song comes out and it's just horrific.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who's the producer that's back in the box going, "It's it, man. That is it. This is gonna be a hit."
Right. And it's
solid gold stiff. Who are those people?
They're
they were the same ones that were in that meeting.
Hi, I'm a pubic hair.
Well, get out of my food, would you?
Ah! What are you talking about? Why is food involved? How did that happen?
It's not. So a guy on Reddit, the Reddit website's looking for advice after he refused to be the best man at his identical twin brother's wedding because the bride is his ex-girlfriend. This story is dripping with drama.
Oh, wow. Why don't you cry about it, saddlebags?
We'll tell you the story next.
I'm a pubic hair.
Old boy refused to be his twin brother's best man.
Because old twin brother broke the brother code.
Because the bride was old boy's ex-girlfriend. And he wasn't having no part of it. It's not clear really where they live or when they dated, but apparently they dated for like 2 years and they broke up for whatever reason. He moved and the twin didn't move and neither did the girl. And, you know, they look just alike, identical twins and all. Pretty easy transition for a girl, I would say.
That's why I think, you know, the twin brother that's with her now should be like, you really want to be with my brother, don't you? But he won't go out with you. Or will he?
Right.
She could just have both of them because, you know, twins do that stuff anyway.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
No, you're making that up.
Double the refreshment, yes. Double the pleasure.
So once old boy moved away, the brother started dating her, and he didn't tell him for 6 months. He kept it a secret. He said he was angry, and he still is, but as long as the three of them never had to be in the room together, he was okay with it.
What about the bed together?
But now they're engaged, and he wants his brother to be the best man, and bro is like, no, I don't think so, Mr. Betrayal.
Mm-hmm. Did you say betrayal? It reminded me of the movie Rudy, which is my favorite all-time movie. Not that you care, but he comes home, he surprised everybody at Christmas, and there's old big brother with his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it happens.
It does happen, but I wouldn't be the best man either.
I wouldn't either.
I mean, I'd be like, no, I don't even know that I'd go to the wedding. If I was so pissed about it that it ended up a news story.
What's worse? Everybody it would end up a news story. What's worse? Everybody at the wedding going, can you believe that John's here? I can't believe John showed up. Or can you believe John didn't come? John didn't show up. Which way's worse?
For John?
Yeah.
If he showed up.
I think so too.
Because he'd have to see it.
Yeah. And he'd have to hear everybody talking about it and blah, 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 blah. Instead, can you believe his own brother didn't come here? I'm not there to hear it. It's like a tree falling.
Can you like a tree? Nobody's there to hear it. Didn't happen.
Or just me on a Saturday night blackout.
But see, I wouldn't do it either, man. And but I might go to the wedding just so I could feel awkward.
I would make sure I was severely intoxicated.
Oh my God. Just spill the beans drunk.
Yes. Because if you're going to do it, yeah, you might as well go all in and let's see what it could happen.
Just get smashed.
Yes.
And go to the wedding.
And with a hooker.
Oh, this is getting better and better. We need to talk to this guy.
Yeah. Okay. I'll pay for the hooker if he agrees to get just trashed.
Smash. I'll pay for the booze.
Matthew Perry trash.
I mean, I'll pay for the booze.
You pay for the booze. I'm gonna probably get out cheaper here. I'll pay for the hooker, and we're gonna send him to his brother's wedding.
I want to party with us. For the first time since 1969, there were two back-to-back no-hitter days in Major League Baseball. Last night, the Yankees pitcher Corey Kluber did it. Here's the final out. Here's my house.
On a Wednesday night in Texas, Kluber becomes part of forever.
Shall I play that again?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Back to back.
Ground ball to Gleyber Torres, and that'll do it. A no-hitter for Corey Kluber. On a Wednesday night in Texas, Kluber becomes part of forever.
On a Wednesday night in Texas.
Yeah, I don't get the big deal. I was at a coach pitch softball game last night, Wednesday night, and we've had like 8 no-hitters in a row. I mean, come out to one of my kids' games if this is such an exciting thing to see.
They throw no hitters all the time out there.
Yeah, we got a grown ass man striking out little 6-year-olds. What's the big deal? I must be missing the point because it doesn't seem that entertaining. Like we don't even have an announcer out there. I mean, if this guy's that excited about this, we should bring him out to
he'd lose his mind.
He would lose his mind.
He'd be screaming, "Another no-hitter! This is the third no-hitter today on a random Saturday in Germantown. Macy becomes part of forever."
Didn't know it was such a big deal. I mean, I would have brought White Claws for everyone if I knew that.
Get you one of them confetti cannons.
Yeah. Fireworks at the end? This is ridiculous.
Coach Joey threw another no-hitter.
Way to go.
I just cannot. I cannot. You have ruined me for the day.
Just wait. I'm about to ruin Ditch. He's coming in because Ross is out.
Ross Turner is on vacation this week, so we make Ditch come in early.
Yeah, the part of Ross Turner will be played by me, Ditch.
For now, and then, you'll be on at 1, which is still a few hours away.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming in early, though.
Hey, I got to tell you guys, man, I'm very uncomfortable right now.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you noticed, but my legs are jumping around. I gotta pee so bad. But I go to the restroom over here at the Cumulus Radio Ranch, and there's a sign on the door that says, "Do not walk on floor." I'm like, well, wait a minute. How am I supposed to go in there?
Yeah, it says it doesn't say anything about peeing on it.
No, that's a good point. It just says
Don't walk on it.
Don't walk on the floor. Well, how are you going to go in there without walking on the floor?
Well,
do you understand my point? Why doesn't it just say do not enter?
Out of order.
right.
Do not walk.
You're right. Why does it say do not walk? Can I
Do
crawl?
not walk on the. I ought to go crawling in there and watch the guy from Mitch Wright Plumbing, who's in the room next door, look at me like I'm some sort of freak, because I think he's the one that put it up there. Because they're
You're on your hands and knees.
Go crawling into the bathroom.
I'm not walking.
It says do not walk on floor.
Spider-Man could do it.
That's hilarious.
Spider-Man
skip.
Skip. What if I walk on my hands? Oh, that's still walking. That's still walking.
That's true. That's true. No, I like the crawling idea.
I think it's hysterical.
And crawling in there, and somebody looks at me. What are you doing? Well, it says outside the door, do not walk on floor.
I'm crawling.
So I'm crawling, and I'm gonna come on. We got to TikTok it. Like, this is the one that gets viral.
Yeah.
And we never do. What are you going to do? Fire us? No.
Well, you know who you're going to meet if you're crawling on the bathroom floor, don't you?
Hi, I'm a pubic hair.
You can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it. That's.
Do it again.
Hi, I'm a pubic hair.
Oh, gee. Oh, girl.
You're going to meet her in the bathroom.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're right. It's worth it.
Yeah.
That's worth the price of admission. Why not?
So we're did you guys get the memo? I guess you did, that whiteboards are no longer going to be allowed in the building.
Yeah. Yep. We got that.
And you have to
Well,
crawl
can we
in
use
the bathroom.
blackboards? Yeah. Can we use blackboards, or is it just a whiteboard thing?
Ooh.
I guess we can get a regular old chalkboard.
Ooh.
Can you even get a chalkboard anymore?
I have no idea. There's chalkboard paint that you can get.
And sidewalk chalk. So technically we
Yeah.
could make a chalkboard if need be.
I like this glass thing. I think we look like we're smart. And
Yeah,
we're at
so
NASA.
the studio window here that faces out in the lobby, Danny has converted into like a notation board.
Well, yeah, the whiteboards are going away because they won't fit with the panels that are coming in here. So, hey, you got to work with what you got.
Right. You got it.
I didn't complain.
Yeah.
I was like, cool,
Yeah.
man.
Well,
Got
it's
it. Got the memo.
It's just adapting. So we can't walk on the bathroom floor. We'll crawl. We can't use whiteboard, so you're using the window.
Right. See,
It's all, yeah.
we're
You can't mess
so
with us.
we're so flexible. I mean, we can't be stopped. We cannot be stopped.
You could send us home for a year. We did it.
Yeah.
Come back. I can crawl.
Yeah. Take away my
Yeah,
whiteboard.
you want a flexible crew? We're about
Yeah.
as flexible.
I mean, we
as
can
they
adapt
get.
and evolve. It's all
I
about
can't do the
fluidity.
splits, but I can crawl.
Okay. All right.
Now, can we just get a damn pad or something on the base of this counter? Because I keep hitting my knee on this corner. That's all I'm asking for. I don't care about crawling in the bathroom. I don't care about writing on windows. Can I just get a pad on the corner of this counter? I keep hitting my damn knee.
The culprit of all of the above is who built that too.
Yeah.
So coming up after 10 o'clock, a driver appeared to be behind the wheel of an automobile asleep. It was a Tesla, but we'll tell you the story just after 10.